What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be reviewing a product that I think is going to be a real game changer for the W-body platform. If you remember from a couple different videos in the past, I've mentioned more than once that the sway bar setups that are available for these cars are not very good, and that the tiny little 18mm rear sway bar on the W-bodies is just not adequate to get a car that big to turn well. Well, ZZP has finally come through for us and has a game-changing part in this area, and today we're going to be reviewing it. So, first of all, I've already removed the factory one from the car. For the test vehicle today, we're going to be using the 07, because though it does have full GXP suspension under it now, that's still a stock kind of a suspension. I should be able to feel a difference in sway bars really easily, so I can really tell you what this thing is going to do. But I've gone ahead and removed the old one to show you a comparison. This is the factory hollow 18mm sway bar. You can look at it. It is not very big. ZZP, however, has now come out with a 25mm rear sway bar, which is finally in the size range of what a car this size needs to get that rear end to come around. As you may know, if you remember my video all about sway bars, what a sway bar does, it gives traction to the other end by removing it from the end that it's on. That's the easiest way to think about it. What it actually does is it increases roll stiffness on that end, which shifts weight to the opposite end. In a front wheel drive car, which is always going to be prone to be understeery, having a bigger rear sway bar will help that rear end pivot. It will actually help the front end stay planted in a turn and help the car want to turn. So let's go ahead and take a look at what comes with this when you buy the new ZZP rear sway bar. First thing that you're going to get is this massively beefy 25mm rear bar. I can't fit it all in the frame, but this is what it looks like. You will also get these bushings to accommodate the new sway bar. And just for comparison, let's look at the two together. This is factory 18mm. This is the 25. There is no comparison. These are a huge difference over stock. This is also, I believe, a solid bar. It definitely feels solid. It's very heavy. And this bar is adjustable. So you can set it up to whatever your particular driving habits are. I personally think I'm probably going to set it to full firm and leave it that way. I'm used to a loose car and I'd like to keep it that way. But that's basically what's going on with that. I am super stoked about the next part. We're going to go put it in the car. I'll let you guys know if there were any differences in installation versus taking a stock one out and putting it back in. But I'm going to get it in the car. We're going to take it down the road and we're going to see what happens. Okay, I hope you guys can hear me okay. I don't have the best mic placement right now, but we are in the 07 right now. We're going to take it out, take some turns, and see if I can notice a difference between this and the stock sway bar. I don't hear any rattling or anything like that, so I don't have any issues as far as clearance goes, it doesn't look like. So now let's just run up here and find some curvy stuff and see what it feels like. First curve, dead flat. Doesn't feel pushy, but that was a long sweeper anyway. So we need to get into some tighter stuff to really be able to tell you what it's like. All right, now we're coming up on our first tight turn. We're gonna see how the car behaves. Very flat, actually very neutral feeling. I was expecting a little more oversteer. Another tight turn, very neutral, way better than stock. So far I'm very happy with the way the car feels. The only thing I want to do now is I want to use this parking lot up here to give it a little bit of the skid pad test and just see what it does in an elongated, tight turn. Normally these cars understeer like crazy, so they have a tendency to plow. This one does not do that anymore. Holy crap. That is remarkably better than it was. The back end sort of wanted to let go at about the same time the front wanted to let go. So you had a really neutral, controllable slide as it started to let go a little bit. I am surprised by how neutral everything feels in this car right now. So let me get in here and get parked, and I will give you guys a summary and we'll wrap this thing up. So it's final verdict time. What do I think about this thing? First of all, build quality I really think was really good. Install was not bad. It is a little harder than factory. The stock one has a little more room because that one is so big and it's a little longer on the ends. I actually had to take one of the control arms down to be able to get that completely in position. Maybe you'll get luckier than me. You won't have to do that. I don't know, but I had to. So other than that though, it went in pretty well. It fits good. It didn't have any clearance problems, no rattling, no knocking, no nothing. The bushings they sent fit in the holders just fine, so that was all fine. But the real surprise was driving it. Did it make a difference? Absolutely. The old sway bar ZZP sold, I had to really sort of feel for, and I could barely tell there was some difference. This was night and day. Absolutely a different car. The setup I've got, just so you know, on that car right now is stock front sway bar and the 25mm ZZP rear sway bar with supplied bushings and factory end links. And I have it set to the firmer of the two positions, and I love it. It makes it feel like a lighter car. It turns a lot easier. It actually feels really neutral. It's very controllable, but it does away with a huge amount of that understeering that the car does naturally. This actually makes me want to put this car on a course somewhere where I can actually see what it'll do. And maybe, who knows, maybe I'll take it to an autocross sometime and see what it actually does. But I would say that ZZP rear sway bar and the GXP suspension together make for a really good handling car and a really comfortable stock car too. I didn't notice any increase in ride harshness at all, and it just feels so much better. If you like taking turns, I don't know why you don't already have this sway bar, but you should definitely go get it right now. Anything else you do to the suspension, this needs to come first, because this made the largest difference in overall feel of anything I've done to any of the cars so far. So why would you maybe not buy this sway bar? The only thing I can think of that might scare you away from it is if you're just into drag racing, you're just into going straight, in which case weight is really all you're worried about. And this bar is significantly heavier than the stock bar. So if you're a drag racer, maybe don't buy it. It may not make as much sense for you. But if you like turns and you like taking turns and you like a car that you can throw around, you need this sway bar. It is a huge improvement, and it is absolutely what these cars have needed all this time. That being said, I think I'm done for right now. Like this video if you liked it. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and if you're planning on getting this bar, I definitely recommend it. And other than that, I will let you guys go. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.